you've been watching this channel for very long, you may know that one of my personal goals as far as survival skills go has been to get a kind of a handle on this whole friction fire thing, especially as it pertains to a Bowdrill fire. Well, one of the things that I've learned in my struggle to kind of figure this whole thing out is that when it comes to friction fire, choice of materials is very important. So my YouTube friend Robert from Bowdrill Prepping and Survival out in Pueblo, Colorado was kind enough to send me some yucca, which doesn't grow really around here in Georgia, and suggested I give this a try. So that's what we're going to do coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, as I said in this video, we're going to talk about friction fire and the importance of materials. We're going to try a different material this time, but first, a word from our sponsors. I'd like to say a big thank you to the folks at ClickBelt for sponsoring today's video. My ClickBelt 2-ply tactical belt has been my everyday concealed carry belt for almost the last 3 years. It's absolutely, in my opinion, the best and easiest to use cover buckle belt on the market. And if you've seen any of the past videos, you may know that right now the score is ClickBelt 3, Ford Bronco 0. You have to check those out to see what I mean. Click belts are available in a wide variety of styles and colors, all of them featuring genuine Austria-Alpine Cobra buckles and a full lifetime warranty. Sewn right here in Austin, Texas. So if you're looking for a good looking, easy to use, and very strong concealed carry belt, I highly recommend checking out the folks at ClickBelt. And be sure and tell them thanks for sponsoring Survival on Purpose. Okay, so as I said, I've actually done a few videos on friction fire, a couple of successes, multiple failures that weren't on video. I think I had one failure on video. Just a quick recap and we'll get to this attempt with the yucca. So the first one I actually succeeded was Joe Mobley from, he was Feral Bushcraft. I think he's changed the name of his channel now. He gave me some video tips, and actually I think I bought some wood, some dried wood at Home Depot, like processed wood, and made my first actual Bowdrill ember. The second one was with Matt Graham at SHOT Show a couple of years ago, and I think, I'm not sure what, it may have been yucca, it may have been some sort of other desert type plant, but we had a Bowdrill fire going in about 30 seconds. It was amazing. And then I think I did another one here using pine, which was another one of Matt Graham's suggestions because pine is pretty prevalent here in Georgia, as you can see. So anyway, that brings us up to date. I just received a package from my YouTube friend Robert from Bowdrill Prepping and Survival out in Colorado, and he sent me some yucca, and he said that he's had success with yucca. Might want to try that. It should be easier because it's softer. So let me just run over real quickly what he sent, and we'll get to doing some of that Bowdrill stuff. So first of all, he sent me a spindle, which you can see this has been burned in already. This is a little shorter than the one he sent, and you'll see that in just a minute. He sent me a hearth board, which is a big piece of yucca. This is all yucca. Then he sent me another, just a kind of a blank to make a hearth board or spindle or whatever I need to out of. He sent me a piece of leather to catch the ember, which is pretty cool. A kind of an antler or bone bearing block, which is really cool. And he sent me a little piece of native, locally sourced beeswax to create some lubrication here. And then I just saw this at the bottom of the box, a really cool little push knife, which is great for making the divots in the Bowdrill. So, just in case you're not familiar, the whole concept of a Bowdrill fire is you take a spindle and you take a hearth board and you carve some notches in it, and then the first thing you do is you burn it in, right? So you get enough friction going to where it creates a little divot. Then you cut a groove into it, and the purpose for that groove is so that as you spin this thing really fast with a bow, as you can see, make a bow and put string on it. You'll see that in a second. Then it creates dust. It fills up this little notch right here. When the little notch gets full, and actually it'll be like this, so it'll have a pattern. When the little notch gets full, up touching to where the spindle is, then you increase the speed and the heat, and you get enough heat to cause this cold, charcoalized, or whatever you want to call it, carbonized dust to turn into a glowing ember. And then you take that and you put it in a tinder bundle of bird's nest, and you blow some air into it, create the oxygen to it, and create a fire. So that's the concept behind a Bowdrill fire. He didn't send me a bow. I used my own bow, and we're going to talk about that as we go. So what I'm going to do is just going to cut you down now to the footage of me doing this, a little bit of overdubbing narration, and we'll show you how it works. Okay, so I didn't want to start out with using one of his notches, so I went ahead and took the push knife and just started a little divot in it. When I got the little divot started, then I took my handy dandy cedar bow and I always have trouble getting this spindle loaded up in it, but I got it loaded up in there, and then started just moving it back and forth, spinning the spindle, create some heat, and to kind of get it burned in. As soon as the knots kind of started getting burned in, then you stop. Took my old trusty Ultimate Survival Tips neck knife out, and MSK1 Mini actually, and started carving the knots. And this yucca is really soft, so it's pretty easy to carve. So you just want to get the notch about halfway or a third of the way into the hole, and carve that a little bit underneath it, so that there will be room for the dust to build up as I started spinning. Once that's done, I just started spinning, and you can see the smoke coming up, and started creating a lot of dust. But the yucca is so soft that the bank line cord I've got on my Bowdrill actually kept digging into it until it finally broke it in half. I decided to try something a little bit different with the now shortened spindle, and I carved the end of it off again and loosened the string up a little bit, because I thought maybe it's just too tight, it's cutting into it. And when I loosened my bowstring up a little bit, it seemed to spin better, spin faster, didn't really have to put a lot of pressure on it, and I just started spinning it really fast, and all of a sudden I saw a glowing ember. That was a beautiful, beautiful sight. So took the ember, put it in my little sort of a sketchy little bird's nest or tinder bundle. Blew it right into fire. The ember even fell out on the ground, but the fire had already started, so that was really cool. So, okay, well, we have another success. That's number 4 if you're counting. And as it just so happens, I'm in the process of teaching a wilderness survival merit badge clinic to the Boy Scouts in my troop, and they have to come up with 3 different ways to start a fire without matches. And so I think we're going to go ahead and take the yucca to the next scout meeting and try to give them a chance. If they could do this, I'm telling you, it will thrill them. I know how thrilled I am. You can imagine being a 14-year-old boy and doing this. You would really think that was something. So just to recap, if you're having trouble making a Bowdrill fire, a couple of things I learned from this video actually. First of all, soft is better. If you can find some yucca or some really, really soft wood, then that's going to really be helpful to you. The spindle and the hearth plate could be the same soft wood, and some kind of good bearing block. Then if you're having trouble getting it to spin or your string to slip or whatever, try loosening it up just a little bit and see if that helps. I mean, you don't have to put as much pressure on top of it. You should really get the speed going. So again, thanks a lot, Robert, from Boot Hill Prepping and Survival. Man, I'm telling you, this is a really cool gift. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and every Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. There's another one right there. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. And thanks for patronizing the sponsors of this channel. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.